Scorpio, welcome back to kick off Leo season this week. I am doing love connection readings. These will be for July 25th until July 31st, 2021, and they are general readings, so they might not resonate for you, which is absolutely fine. Take the things that make you think, take the things that make you feel, leave everything else behind, and let's focus on getting into your higher vibes. Going to continue with my 6-card format I've been doing for the last few weeks. I like the flow of the energy. Get a better view of the cards. So let's see what's going on for Scorpio in love. July 25th until July 31st. King of Swords just came flying out. Okay, Scorpio, the overall energy for the week in this reading is the moon. We are talking about some information coming to light here, some secrets being revealed, and I think ones that are going to affect some future planning that you've been going through. Not a lot of like present love energy coming up here either, so it'll be interesting to dive into the messaging. In the advice we have the King of Swords, which flew out while we were doing the shuffle, 6 of Swords, the Chariot, the Wheel, and the 2 of Wands. So to me, it's looking like there's some tension going on between you and whoever it is you have your love connection with right now. It's not really clear to me how deep the connection is necessarily, but I feel like there's some resent. There's some feeling of, I don't know, our backs are to one another. We're not really giving each other that love. Being maybe very cutting with your words right now, or your partner is also being cutting with their words towards you. And I think there is some energy here of just wanting to retreat, not wanting to be dealing with it anymore. So obviously whatever is coming forward here, whatever piece of information has been revealed is causing a rift in the relationship, or if one of you is withholding information here in some way, shape, or form, then that is causing you to separate yourself from the relationship, or the other way around if it's your partner. Now, I do think we're going to see some action happen here, maybe a little bit of a resolve. I do think there is like an emotional investment here with the Cancerian energy, but there's also this competing feeling of, okay, like here's the action I want to take, but I also just want to like let universe do its thing, see what happens, which is kind of like icky. It feels to me like non-committal and just a want to avoid, a want not to deal with things. But it's one of you is definitely like actively thinking about an escape, moving, relocating, getting out of it, making a different plan. If your plans were involving a partner, maybe am I planning for myself now? So obviously something coming forward here that's just like not making one or both of you feel very good or feel very secure in the relationship, because there is a resounding energy here of resent and wanting to run. So let's do some clarifying and see what comes of that. I'll start with clarifying the moon and the overall energy for you. Page of Inspiration, and pages bring with them what messages? Queen of Materials and the Hanged Muse. Interesting. So potentially your partner is withholding some information from you here, or they're sitting on it. I think more than withholding it. They're not revealing it. I think it's something that came to them, so it may relate to you. But there's not a want to talk about it just yet. There's not a want to share it just yet. It's like holding on to it for the right time. So I do want to look at the King of Swords here. I feel like there's a lot of energy coming off this card. It flew out pretty early. Potentially if you're dealing with an air sign in your relationship. Yeah, the Lovers, Ace of Inspiration, and the 10 of Emotions. Yeah, I think this like harboring of resent that's going on and this wanting to run away, either from you or from your partner, is coming from a place of like feeling like feeling like I'm finally secure. I'm feeling like I'm finally with the right person. I'm feeling like it's finally the right time. This is somebody that I feel passionately about. I feel passionately about the relationship. And the thought of losing that relationship is making me recoil and want to run away because it's the way that I can protect myself. So it's interesting because this to me might say that maybe both of you know something's going on here and both of you have an idea about what it's about, but your partner's sitting on the information. They already have it. They just haven't said anything to you about it. As it probably relates to you, you're aware of it. And I think maybe there's a feeling of like waiting for the other shoe to drop. And feeling like it's a bit unfair because I think there's a feeling here of like, I'm misunderstood in this and I need, I may lose something that's valuable to me, being this relationship, because I'm not going to be understood correctly when it comes out. Let's look at the Chariot card. Five of Voices, the Magician, and the Ten of Voices. Yeah, there's some dishonesty going on here because there's something that you're not able to let go of. And I think more the dishonesty is coming from this place of like, no, I'm over it. No, it's not something I'm dealing with anymore. No, it's not something I'm engaging in anymore. But really you are, because you're not able to just let go just yet. I think there's a lot of active trying to let go. But I just don't think that we've like reached that point yet. It's been more of like, how do I skirt around this? How do I run away from it? How do I pretend it's not happening, turn my back to it, instead of facing it head on? I'm going to look at the Two of Wands here as well. This is tricky Scorpio, classic Scorpio fashion. I mean, there's lots of secrecy around this. It's not even easy for me to get into the energy for you. Knight of Materials, Ace of Emotions, and the Nine of Inspiration. Yeah. There's a real energy here of just wanting to flee and not deal with it, not wanting to confront with it. Instead of just wanting to walk away. Like just gather your love and walk away. And it's kind of from a place of not wanting to be hurt by having to deal with it. So I think Scorpio, like if you're listening and watching this and this is, striking a chord, ringing a bell for you, I guess the question becomes now, is it more important to run from the past and lose the relationship because you don't want to confront? Or is it more important to keep the relationship and deal with the pain or hurt that may come from having to face the past? Because either way, your partner is aware of what's going on. They may not be saying to you that they are, but they know. So I think we have opportunity here for honesty. We have opportunity here for growth within ourselves. Maybe running away from things that are really emotionally challenging for you is a habit or a pattern, or maybe for your partner, always roles can be reversed here. So maybe if this relationship, means a lot to you, this is the time to face it, face on, and deal with it instead of this. There's just really gross energy here of resentment and turning our backs on one another because we don't want to deal with it and nobody wants to be seen as wrong. And, it's very dismissive and there's like some resent going on here. So this is for you. I hope this has shed any kind of clarity. And I hope it inspires you to like have a conversation with your partner. Even if you are considering leaving the relationship, I think that honesty is just so paramount, so important. And there's energy here, like one or the two of you, like really see this as a soulmate connection, see this as a long-term happiness engagement, as a relationship that's really meaningful. So like, why the want to just not face what's going on? I don't know. I hope this is helpful to you, Scorpio. If it was, please leave me a thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments, concerns, leave them down below. And as always, if you're not yet subscribed, I would love for you to be. So please do that, and I'll see you back here next week.